No, I cannot have anyone. Good morning, Goody Ann.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Ann.
How high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, it's sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn the other night. She come down light as a bird, he says.
Now look you, Goody Ann. I told you that she never. Good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It is a providence this thing is out now. It is surely a providence.
What's out, sir?
Why, her eyes is closed. Look you, Anne.
Why, that's strange. Ours is open.
Your Ruth is sick.
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know, it's death. Driven into them, forked and hoofed.
Pray not. How does your Ruth ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes open and she walks. And hears not, sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly?
Precaution only. He has much experience in the demonic arts, and
He has indeed. I found a witch in Beverly last year. Let you remember that.
Now, Goody Ann, you only thought that we're a witch. And I can guarantee to both of you there'll be no elements of witchcraft.
No witchcraft. No, look you, Mr.
Thomas,
Paris.
I pray you, not lead to witchcraft. I know you. You least of all, with such a disastrous charge laid upon me. You'll help me out of sailing for such corruption in my house.
Mr. Paris, I have taken your part in all contentions here, and I will continue, but I cannot if you hold back on this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on our children.
But Thomas, you cannot.
Anne, tell Mr. Paris what you have done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in this earth. And believe me, sir, you have never seen more hardy babies born. But yet, each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have said nothing, but my heart has clamored intimations. And now, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become this year, and shrivels as if a sucking mouth were pulling on her life too. And so I thought to send her to you, Tituba.
To Tituba? What made Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, it is formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take that on my soul. But who else may surely tell us what person murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris, and mark this, mark it, proof. Last night, my Ruth were ever so close to those little spirits. For how else is she struck dumb now? As if a dark power were stopping her mouth too. It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murderous witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. But let your enemies make of it what they will. But you, sir, you cannot blink it more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Tituba and Ruth.
Oh, Abigail, what proper payment for my charity? Now I'm undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare it yourself, sir. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house, Thomas. They'll topple me with this. They'll make of it something.
Your pardon, sir. I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why aren't you home? Who is with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She improved a little. She gave a grand sneeze.
There's a sign of life.
I fear no more, Goody Putnam. She gave a grand sneeze. Another like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure.
Will you leave me now, Thomas? I'll pray while alone.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why don't you go down and...
No, I have no answer for that crowd. I'll wait till Mr. Hell arrives. If you will, Goody Ann.
Mr. Paris, speak out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak to them. They are thirsting for your word. Surely, you will pray with them.
I'll lead them in a song, but let you mention nothing of witchcraft just yet. I've had much contention since I came here, and I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth, do you hear?
I know.
If she darts from the window, cry for me at once.
I will, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth sick? It's British. I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night. Betty? Stop this, Betty! Sit up now! Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one, and it wake her for a minute. Here, let me have her.
No. They'll be coming up soon. Now, if they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I told this much already.
Aye, and what more?
Tituba conjured Ruth's dead sisters.
And what more?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus! What'll we do? I just came back from the farm. The whole country's talking witchcraft. They'll be calling us witches, Abby. She means to tell. I know it. Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging or a hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. You'll only be whipped for dancing and the other things.
Oh. We'll be whipped.
I never done none of it. I only looked. For you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren? What a great heap of courage you have.
Betty? Betty, wake up now. It's Abigail. ails you, Betty? Your mom is dead and buried. Fly to Mama. Let me fly! Betty, there's nothing to worry about now. He knows everything.
You drank blood, Abby. You didn't tell him that.
You will never say that again, Betty.
You did. You think you're trying to kill John Proctor's wife. You think you're trying to kill Goody Proctor. Shut it! Now shut it!
Now look, you. All of you. We danced. And Tituba conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters, and that is all. Now let either of you speak a word, or the edge of a word, of any of the other things, and I will come to you in the darkness of a terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I saw the Indians smash the heads of my dear parents on the pillows next to mine, and I have seen some reddish work done at night. And I can make you wish you'd never seen the sun go down. Now you stay up and stop this!
Abby, what's got her to sing to
Oh,
convent?
shut it, Mary Warren!
Oh, Mr. Proctor, I was just going home.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid that you leave this house, did I not? Why shall I pay you if I'm looking for you more often than my cows?
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show you a great doing on your ass one of these days. Now get you home. My wife is waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have my roots to watch. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
Why, I'd almost forgotten how strong you are, John Proctor.
What is this mischief here?
Why, she's only gone silly somehow.
The road past my house is pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, Posh, we were dancing in the forest. She took a fright is all. My uncle looked in on us.
You're wicked, aren't you? You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft
No,
word.
Abby, that's done with.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you better.
I come to see what mischief your uncle is brewing. Now put it out of your mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
Abby, I never give you hope to wait for me.
I have something better than hope, I think.
Abby, you'll put it out of your mind. I'll not be coming for you more.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. Or did I dream that? It were she who put me out. It were never you. I saw your face when she put me out. You love me then and you do now.
Abby, that is a wild thing to see.
A wild thing? You may say wild things, but not so wild, I think. I've seen you since she put me out. I have seen you
I
nights.
have hardly stepped off my farm this 7th month.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours has drawn me to my window, and I see you looking up, burning in your loneliness. Do you tell me you've never looked up at my window?
I may have looked up.
And you must. You are no wintry man, John. I know you. I know you. I can't sleep for dreaming, but I awake about the night, and I walk through the house as though I'd find you coming through some door.
Child!
How do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Now put it out of your mind. We never touched.
But we did.
But we did not.
Oh, I marvel. Has such a strong man made such a sickly
Oh, you
wife?
speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She's blackening my name in the village. She's spreading lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you've
Do you look for a whipping?
I look for John Proctor, who took me from my sleep and put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons I was being taught by these Christian women in their covenanted men. And now you bid me tend a light from my eyes. I will not, John, I cannot. But whatever sin it is, John Proctor, you love me yet. Oh, pity me, pity me. Betty!
What ails you, girl? Stop the wailing.
Betty! Betty!
What's happening? Betty!
She heard you singing, now suddenly she's up and screaming.
The song, to get up in here, Lord's name.
No, God forbid. Mercy, run to the doctor. Tell him what's happened.
Mark it for a sign, mark it.
This is a notorious sign of witchcraft, Goody Nurse. A prodigious sign.
My mother told me that, but they cannot bear to hear the name of.
Rebecca, go to her. We're lost. She suddenly cannot bear to hear the Lord.
There's hard sickness here, Giles Corey, so please to keep the quiet.
I haven't said anything. No one here can testify I've said anything. She gonna fly again? Heard she flies.
Just be quiet now.
What have you done?
What do you make of it, Rebecca?
I think she'll wake in time. Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I am 26 times a grandma, and I have seen them all through their silly season. And when it come on them, they will run the double bow-legged, keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it. The child spirit is like a child. You cannot catch it by running after it. You must stand still, and for Love, it soon itself will come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly teaching, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not hungered yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you're not going in search of blue spirits. I heard promise of that outside.
A wide opinion is running in the parish that the devil may be in it somehow. But I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
Then come out and call them wrong. Did you consult with the Warrens before you called upon the minister to be looking for devils?
He's not coming to look for devils.
Then what's he coming for?
There are children dying in the village.
I see none dying, and this society will not be a bag to swing around your head, Mr. Putnam. Did you call the meeting before?
I'm sick of meetings. Can a man not turn his head without he have a meeting?
He may turn his head, but not to hell.
Pray, John, calm yourself. Mr. Paris, I think you best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will start us all to arguing again in the society, and we'd hope to have peace this year. I think we better rely on the doctor now in good prayer.
Rebecca, the doctors are baffled.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of blue spirits. I fear it, I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves and...
How may we blame ourselves? I am one of 9 sons. The Putnam seed have peopled this province, and yet I have one child left to date, and she shrivels.
I cannot fathom that.
But I must. You think it's God's work. You should never lose a child, no grandchild either. And I bury all but one. There are wheels within wheels in this village, and fires within fires.
When Reverend Hale comes, have him look for signs of
You
witchcraft.
cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this society, not by acreage.
Mr. Proctor, I haven't seen you so worried on society lately. In fact, I don't think I have seen you at Sabbath meetings since snow flew.
I have enough trouble with that. I hear him preach only hellfire and bloody damnation. Take it to heart, Mr. Paris. There are many of us who would rather not go to church these days because you hardly speak of God anymore.
That's a drastic charge.
It's somewhat true. There are many that quail to bring their children.
I don't preach for the children, Rebecca. It's not the children who are unmindful towards their obligations with the ministry.
Are there really those unmindful?
I should say the better half of Salem.
And more than that,
Where's my firewood? My contract provides I'll be supplied with my firewood. I've been away waiting for November for a stick. And when November comes, I'm showing my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You're allowed £6 a year for your wood.
I'm
Mr.
paid
Paris.
little enough, yet I spend £6 on firewood.
60 plus 6 for firewood?
The contract is £66, Mr. Proctor. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book on my arm. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
I am well instructed in arithmetic.
Mr. Corey, you will look far from it of my kind at £66 a year. I'm not used to this poverty. I left a thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I don't fathom it, but why am I persecuted here? I cannot offer one proposition, yet to be a howling rider argument. I often believe the devil be in it somehow. But other than that, I cannot understand you people.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister to ever did demand a deed to this house.
Don't a minister deserve a place to live?
To live in, yes, but to ask ownership is like to own the meeting house itself. In the last meeting out here, you spoke so long of deeds and mortgages, I thought it was an auction.
I want a mark of confidence is all. I'm your third preacher in the past 7 years. I don't wish to be put out like the cat whenever some majority feels the whim. Don't you people realize that a minister is the lowest man in the parish? A minister should not be so lightly crossed or contradicted.
agreed.
There's either obedience in the church or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can we speak 1 minute without we land in hell? I am so sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what's good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, John, but may you tell that to your followers.
Oh, my followers.
There's a faction in this party. I am not blind. There's a party and a faction.
Against you.
Against him and all other
Why,
authority.
then I must find it and join it.
He does not mean that.
Rebecca, he confessed it
Oh,
now.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. I don't like the sound of this authority.
No, John, you are a different kind. You cannot break charity with your minister. Clasp his hand and make your peace.
I have crop to sow and lumber to drag home. What say you, Giles? He says there's a party. Let's go find that party.
I beg your pardon. Mr. Paris, I never knew you to have so much iron in you.
Thank you, Giles.
To suggest that mine will be the trouble among us all these years. Wherefore is everybody suing everybody else? It's a deep thing, and dark as the pits. I've been 6 times in court this year, and
Is it the devil's fault that you cannot say you good morning without you clap him for defamation? You're old, Giles. You're not hearing as well as you did.
No. I have 1 month collected for damages. You're probably saying I broke the roof off your
I
house.
never said no such thing, but I paid you for it, and I hope I can call you deaf without charge. Now come along, Giles, and help me drag my lumber home.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber is that you're dragging home?
My lumber?
If I may ask.
My lumber by my force by the riverside?
Why, we've surely gone mad this year. What anarchy is that? That tract is in my bounds, Proctor. It is in my
In your
bounds.
bounds? I bought that tract from Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It clearly states that in my grandfather's will, that all the land between the river
Your
and the forest.
grandfather had a very nasty habit of ruling land that never belonged to him, if I must say it plain.
That's God's truth. He nearly willed away my north pasture. He knew I'd break his ears before he said his name to it. But you remember home, John. I feel some urge of work coming on.
You load one oak of mine, and you will fight to drag it home.
We'll win too, Putnam, this fool and I. Come on.
I will have my men on you, Corey, so help me God. I will clap a writ on you.
Pray you someone take these.
Mr. Hale, it is so good to see you. Mine, go ahead.
They ought to be. They're waiting with authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
She'll need hard study if the devil is in Salem. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I knew you, but you look as good as any old soul should. We've all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Well, sir, have you seen Mr. Putnam and his good wife, Anne?
Putnam! I not expect such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem for you to help us today, but come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too.
Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. And these men, do they have afflicted children as well?
No, these are farmers. John Proctor.
You don't believe in witches?
I never spoke on witches one way or the other. Now come along, Giles.
No. A few clear questions as my own to this fellow.
Well, I've heard you to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I hope you can leave some of it in Salem.
Will you come have a look at my daughter, sir? We discovered her on the high road this morning, flapping her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, sir. Well, that is a sure sign of witchcraft.
No. I shall instruct you, we shall not look into superstition with this. The devil's precise, his marks are as definite as stone. And also I should like to say, I will not carry on until you agree with me if I shall find no mark of hell upon her.
It's agreed, sir. We'll abide by your judgment.
Good then. What are your first signs of this strangeness?
Well, I discovered her and my daughter and 10 or 12 other girls dancing in the forest.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris' slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
We're not sure of that, Goody Ann.
For I know it, sir. I sent my child there last week. She should learn from Tituba who murdered her siblings.
Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me, but not you, Rebecca. I will not have you judging me anymore. Is it natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
7 dead in childbirth.
What book is that?
What's there, sir?
In these books, the invisible world caught, defined, and calculated. And here you have your familiar spirits, your incubi and your succubi, your wizards that go by land and by air, your witches of night and witches of day. The devil is among us, I mean to find him out. And if he rears his ugly head, I mean to crush him utterly.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
Well, I cannot say. For if she truly is in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go. I am too old for this.
But, Rebecca, we may be able to open up the problems of our children today.
I hope so. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you don't mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come on, Mr. Hill. Let's go. Sit you here.
Well, boys on acid alert, man. This signifies the reading of books.
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I already got many nights of her reading of a book. And what do you make of that?
Why, that's not necessary.
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this. I tried and couldn't say my prayers. But I put the book down and walk out the house, and then mark this. I can pray again.
Ah, that is strange. So just speak with this furthermore with you.
Now, I'm not saying she trusts the devil now. But I know a bunch of reasons why she hides it from me. She's not answering me. You see?
We'll discuss it later. Now, you'll see some frightful wonders in this room, so please, keep your wits about. Putnam, stay close in case she tries to fly again. Betty, can you hear me? Can you wake up? It's John Hale, minister of Beverly. You remember my 2 little girls of Beverly, do you not?
Why would you choose my house to strike? How could it be the devil? We all have the simplest manner of people in the village.
What would the devil do to have a soul already corrupted? It's the best the devils wants. What's better than a minister?
Those demons first. Deep.
Betty, answer Mr. Hell now. Betty!
Someone afflict you, child. It need not be man nor woman, mind you. May it be a bird, a frog, the visible beast that bids you fly. Nomini Domini Sabbatat Feliciat Infernos. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing in the woods last night?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think God to say I saw a kettle in the grass when they were dancing.
That were only soup.
What kind of soup?
Like beans and lentils, I think.
Mr. Paris, did you not see a living creature in that soup? A mouse, a spider, perhaps a frog.
I think I did see some movement in that soup.
That jumped in. We
What
didn't put
jumped
it
in?
Why, a little frog.
A frog, Abby!
Abigail, it may be that your cousin is dying now. Did you call the devil last night?
No, sir.
Did she call the devil last night?
No, sir.
Who called the devil last night?
I know not. Tituba. Tituba.
I should like to speak with this Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up?
How did she call him?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
When she called him, did you feel a strangeness? Perhaps a cold breeze, a trembling below the ground?
No, sir.
Did you drink the brew in that kettle?
No, sir.
Did Betty drink the brew in that
No,
kettle?
sir.
Did she ask you to drink the brew in that kettle?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I'm a proper girl. She made me do it. She makes Betty do it. She makes me drink blood.
Blood!
My baby's blood.
No, chicken blood. I guess she chicken blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil?
No trouble, no devil, sir.
Why can she not wake? Have you set your spirit out upon this child?
Help me, Betty.
You have set your spirit out upon these children, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sends her spirit on church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed at prayer.
She comes to my night. She comes to my room at night to go and drink blood. You make me conjure. She make me make charm. Don't lie. She always comes to my room at night making me dream corruption. Why do you say that, Abby? Sometimes I find myself waking throughout the middle of the night without a stitch on my body. And I hear her laughing with her Barbados, tempting me with... I never...
Tituba, I want you to wake this child right now.
I have no power on this child, sir.
Most certainly do. You'll wake her from it now! When did you compact with the devil?
I don't come back with no devil.
You will confess yourself or I will take you out and whip you to your death.
This woman must be hanged. She must be taken to
No,
hang.
don't hate Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
The devil.
So you've seen him. Tituba, I know when we bind ourselves to hell, it's very hard to break free with. But we will help you tear yourself free.
Mr. Robert, I do believe someone else bewitching these children.
Who?
I don't know, sir, but the devil got him numerous witches.
Does he? Tituba, come look into my eyes. Come look into me. You'll be a good Christian woman, would you not?
I, sir, a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children,
I don't
Tituba.
desire to hurt little children.
And you love God, Tituba.
With all my being.
In God's holy name.
Bless him, bless
And
God.
to his holy glory.
Bless him.
Open yourself, Tituba. Let God's holy light shine on you. Let God's holy light shine on you, and he will bless you, Tituba.
Oh, bless God.
When the devil comes, does he come with someone you know? Perhaps someone from the village.
Who came with?
Was it Sarah Good? Did you see Sarah Good with him? Or Goody Osborne?
Was it man or woman that came with?
Was man or woman? Was woman?
What woman?
I don't know. They was all singing and dancing and riding on.
You mean out of Salem? Salem witches.
Sir, I do believe so.
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us all their names. The devil cannot overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
Aye, sir, I do.
You are God's chosen instrument, put into our hands to discover the devil's agents among us, Tituba. You are chosen, Tituba. You are selected to help us cleanse our village. So speak utterly, Tituba. Turn your back on the devil and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
Oh, God, protect Tituba!
When the devil comes, does he come with 1, 2, 3, 4? How many?
There was 4!
Their names. I want their names.
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Pettis!
Kill me.
He said Mr. Pettis must be killed. Mr. Pettis, mean man and no gentleman. And he bid me rise out of my bed and cut your throats. But I don't do it. I say I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he said you work for me, Tituba. And I give you pretty dress. And I put you high in the sky to fly back to Barbados. But I say you lie, devil, lie. And he comes to me one stormy night, and he said, look, Tituba, I have white people longing to me. And there I looked, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good.
I said Goody Osborne.
I knew it. Goody Osborne midwife to me 3 times. I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged you not to let me near her. I feared her. My baby's all shriveled in her hands.
You must have courage, Tituba, to give us their names. But how can you see a child suffering as she is? Look at her God-given innocence. Her soul is so tender, and she's being preyed upon by the beast as he preys upon the flesh of the pure lamb. You must help us discover the devil's agents among us, for God will bless you for your help.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I wrote his book. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his head. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
She speaks.
Glory to God, it is broken, they are free!
I saw Martha Bellows with the devil.
I saw Goody Simmer with the devil.
The marshal. I'll call the marshal.
I saw Bear with the devil.
I saw Goody
Let the marshal bring iron!
with the devil. I saw Goody Proctor